Good morning, my lovely Virgos. Virgos. You are, or you're about to, absolutely boss up. You had that Emperor and the Tiger in your last reading, and oh, ooh, the stuff that's coming through for me today is interesting. So, I'm going to say the main theme of what's coming through is action or inaction. Do I should I stay or should I go, action or inaction? Do I take this thing or do I not take this thing? When do I take action? So this is the kind of thing that's coming through. When do I take action? When do I show restraint? That's kind of what I think is going to be the main theme for this reading. So I'm getting things like the horses out of the gate, the tigers in the cage. Last time, it's like the universe is keeping some sort of barrier from something you want, and it's like, well, when do I go? When do I go? When does the cage door open? When does the gate open so I can run? It's like wanting to take action, but having either like an imposed restraint on you or having it's like the universe is saying it's not the right time, because last time you were getting like all this like aligning stuff. It was like I was seeing like a combination lock, like a one where you have to line up the numbers and then you can unlock it. So it's this lining up energy. There's some kind of lining up going on, and I think you know this. I think you're aware of this, and it's like you're waiting. You know something's coming and you're waiting to take action. But yeah, you have like combination lock, and I got through change the locks. The words change the locks. So either you need to change the locks, maybe somebody's got a key and you don't want them to have the key anymore, or like I know how this applies to a Virgo that I know, because like we need to like change our front door lock. Our front door lock is a bit faulty, so we actually need to put a new lock on. So yeah, however that resonates, change the locks. It could be your hair, right? You know, maybe you need a haircut, change your locks. However that resonates, take it as it does, leave it if it doesn't. Yeah, is it time? Is it time? Are we there yet? That was one of the songs that came through, and it's been bothering me because I cannot figure out which song it is, and I know it, and when I figure it out I'm going to be absolutely kicking myself. I feel like it's a really famous song, and it's like, and they say, are we there yet? And she says, and she whispers, are we there yet? That's not the tune. This is the thing, I can't quite get the tune. I can't get any more than that. Are we there yet? If you know what that song is, please do tell me in the description box. It's driving me insane. I've tried Googling by lyrics. I've tried everything. I cannot get it. Are we there yet? But I ended up, when I was kind of Googling, I ended up with a song that I didn't know, but it's called by someone called Milo, and it's called Howling at the Moon. And it seemed relevant because it had like this desert with this polar bear in it, and that polar bear is kind of like a recurring imagery for me. It kind of means Pisces energy for me. It also kind of means like perseverance. That's how the polar bear comes through for me. So I don't know, maybe that is relevant to someone. You might want to go and look at that song. Any songs that come through I will put in the description box down below, and you can check those out. And if you do want to skip these introductory messages, there should be a timestamp, so you can click on that and it'll go straight to when I start to pull cards for you. I've got quite a bit for you though. So then I had kind of like an image. It's kind of like a movie playing out in front of my eyes of I felt like I was looking through a telescope, you know, one of those like viewing telescopes where you put the money in. You have them at like the seaside and on mountain sides, and you kind of put the money in and you can look through, and it's like a telescope or binoculars. So I was looking through something like this, and I was looking at either sand dunes or a desert, and then the funniest thing popped out from behind one of the sand dunes. It was Ernie from Sesame Street. I think it's Ernie, Bert and Ernie. Maybe it was Bert, the orange one with the round head. Yeah, he popped out behind one of these sand dunes. So I don't know if someone's been watching Sesame Street. Maybe Bert and Ernie are particularly relevant for you. I don't know. Well, that was what it was. Take it or leave it. Then I could see, I think I saw 2, possibly 3 different really itchy looking sweaters, like it's funny that I'm calling it sweaters because that's an American word. Now that didn't occur to me. I wrote down sweaters. No, I wrote down knitwear. But I'm saying sweaters. So that's interesting that I used that term, because that's not a term that I would normally use. But I could see like really like itchy looking, like yeah, like pullover a knitwear that was like, it looked like it maybe shrank in the wash, or it was too tight fitting. It was like, it was on the last one that I remember seeing was on a woman, so you could see like the shape of the woman's body. It was very tight fitting, but it looked so itchy, and it kind of had like this kind of muted pattern. I think perhaps an argyle pattern, which is like a diamond pattern, but I'm not quite sure. So I've just realised I've got notes to myself on my hand. I'm just trying to like wipe those off. All it says is calm and kind. It's just a reminder to be calm and kind in situations. So maybe that was actually a message for you, because it didn't come up for me. What else do I want to say? Yeah, so I don't know what that was. Maybe someone's been looking at knitwear. Maybe someone has something that's shrank in the wash. It's gone really itchy. Then I got look after your health and cholesterol. I'm getting stuff about hearts. It's kind of been a common theme for this week. I'm not quite sure who it's for, but like something about like the sugar in your blood or cholesterol, and this message about looking after your health. And then funnily enough, when I randomised on Spotify to get your songs, I got an advert with the words get outside and get active. So somebody needs to look after their health really well. Watch what you're eating, try and eat healthy foods, get outside and get active. Then as I was setting up this morning, I was taking my time because it's Saturday. I don't have to rush to get the kids to school. I was watching a couple of YouTube videos, and I watched a Libra reading by someone called Halo Moon Tarot, but it was not my story. And I think it might have been your story, possibly. If you're dealing with like some kind of breakup, because they were playing that yesterday in Leo's reading. No, whose reading was it? I don't know whose reading it was, but I called it Guess Who's Back, because I had that Eminem song, Guess Who's Back, Back Again, Shady's Back. And so that was kind of playing as I was watching this reading. So I think if that resonated for you, and if you're here today, that might be a message for you. So even if you're not Libra, I felt like I was seeing it because I needed to communicate it to you. Does that make any sense? So yeah, Halo Moon Tarot, her last Libra reading. If you're watching this in real time. If you're not watching this in real time, I guess I can find out the name of the video. I think I might still have it on here. But the songs, hang on 1 second, sorry, being a bit slow, 1 second. Yeah, it's the title of the video by Halo Moon Tarot is Libra, they are manifesting you, very jealous person. Yeah, I don't feel like it was my reading, but I feel like it was, I needed to direct you to that reading. Possibly, if you're dealing with someone from your past, if you're dealing with maybe an ex, somebody who's trying to come back in, that might be for you. The two songs that I got from Spotify were Not My Idea by Garbage and Fighter by Christina Aguilera. So this is not my idea of a good time. Garbage, somebody may have put something, again, it's an American word, somebody may have put something in the bin. Not my idea of good time. I was getting this, I don't know why I was getting this after that song, but this thing of like responsibility, like your responsibilities, and something about a good time girl. Then yeah, the song Fighter by Christina Aguilera, again, if you're dealing with an ex, that won't work anymore. You got your body to haunt me, but that won't work anymore. So it may be physical intimidation, or it may be, what I was getting more was like somebody using sex to keep pulling someone back in. It's like using sex as a seduction to keep this person on the hook. But that won't work anymore. I'm a fighter, you've made me stronger. So if this is your story, then brilliant. If it's not your story, just leave it. It might be for someone else. I do get the messages that quite a lot of these intuitive readings at the start of the this is like actual messages from people in the grounded, like, earthy world. People send me messages saying that the intuitive readings at the start really sort of stand out to them, whether it's for their sign or not. So I do want to keep doing those. I feel like I'm crazy doing them. I feel like I'm just absolutely waffling on, but then people tell me, like, no, every single thing you said actually is relevant to what's going on for me at the moment, and it's not even my sign. So I'm going to keep doing that. Right, so I guess I'm going to tune into they're reminding me about the Evil Queen card. I wonder if it's handy. No, it's not handy. So, oh, a couple of cards fell out there. Yeah, maybe go and watch that Evil Queen reading. I didn't call it Evil Queen. I think I called it, I don't know, she's come out twice for two other signs this week, but I can't remember which ones. So maybe go and have a look if you've got time and see if you can find those readings that may be relevant to you. I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to calm down. I'm going to tune into the energies. I am a bit all over the place. I've had like a double coffee already today. So I'm going to calm down. I'm going to tune in, and we're going to get to your cards. Okay, a couple of things. They told me fox and otter. They showed me the combination lock again, the cogs, and then they wanted me to, they reminded me that I wanted to talk about, someone asked me yesterday about the readings, and do I get nervous that I'm going to read it wrong, or that, like, am I going to give the wrong message or something like this? And I explained, no, I see myself as like almost like a channel, a tube. Like when I do the readings, I completely hand over all responsibility, all the control over to my spirit guides. I don't control the cards. I don't have expectations of the cards. The guides are going to tell me what they want you to hear. I can't, I'm asking for Virgo energy. They might not give me Virgo energy. They're going to say, we know who's coming to this reading and we know what they need to hear. So this is what we're going to say. It may not seem relevant at first, but it may actually click later on. Sometimes you hear things and it kind of plays on your mind and you think, well, what was that about? And then it makes sense suddenly, like a few days later, weeks later, months later even sometimes. So yeah, I completely trust my guides that whatever messages come through, somebody is meant to hear them. They know, they're like the higher powers, right? They have the higher sight, the higher energy. They know what needs to be said. So we might think we have questions. We might think we have expectations of the cards. We might have an idea about what we think is going to come through, but they know better. They might be like, no, actually, this is what you need to hear. So I just sort of wanted to explain that. I have no expectations of the cards, no expectations of what could come through. My little mantra is, I'll say it for you now on camera. I've just said it off camera. Please guide my hands, guide my cards, guide my interpretation, and guide my voice, so that the best possible message can come through that will do the most good. So that's what we're going for today. So here we go. Best possible message that will do the most good for Virgo, please. The people who are coming to this reading today, thank you. Broom, new home, new attitude. Sweep out the old, get out the cobwebs, and make room for the new. There we go. So that's what they want you to know. Stork is on the underlying. News of a birth or a business opportunity. So maybe something... it could be a literal birth. Perhaps somebody's having a baby. They need a bigger house. They need, like, maybe they're having another child. They need another bedroom. Perhaps there is a business opportunity that will mean that you have an increased salary, which means that you can move into a bigger house, or the opposite. Perhaps you want to take an opportunity, but it means that you're going to have to relocate, possibly go into a smaller house for a while, while you build up that money, while you take advantage of that opportunity, and eventually it'll pay off in the long run. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I'm really seeing like clearing out the cobwebs. And it's funny as well that Evil Queen card has cobwebs on it, which I really, really was drawn to yesterday. Can I get another card, please, for Virgo? For Virgo energy, and the people coming to this reading today, what do they need to know? Please tell me. Thank you. Bell. announcement. Oh, some kind of announcement. Maybe it's an announcement of a new opportunity. It's an announcement of the news of a birth. Something being birthed. It does, wealth as well. It's going to involve wealth and prosperity. It doesn't necessarily have to be financial wealth, although I am seeing that strongly. To do tangible things, right? Houses are tangible things, they're associated with wealth, but there's also this feeling of like abundance, wealth of knowledge, wealth of like if you have a big family, right, that is a kind of wealth, like wealth of happiness. They're showing me the underlying card. This card slid off. This card keeps coming out. Flag, do not be tempted to lower your standards. So if you are looking for a job opportunity, don't be tempted to lower your standards. Know your worth. Know your worth. Exactly, yes. Thank you. Right, okay, one more card, please, for the people coming to the reading today. We're tuning into Virgo energy today. Mice. Hi, it's me. Discord among friends or family. Seeing things, I think perhaps some of you are seeing things differently to the people around you. You can see that one mouse is turned away, other mice are looking forwards. So you may find that, yeah, you've got a different perspective on things. There's some kind of disagreement perhaps with a course of action that you want to take. You see things one way, they see things another way. It's causing some kind of discord, yeah, some kind of conflict of interest, arguments. I'm getting the message, it's not in this card, but I'm getting the intuitive message that they really care about you, they're worried about you, they want what's best for you. Especially if it's friends and family, right? They want what's best for you. They're worried that you might be making the wrong choice here. So try and understand their perspective, that they're not trying to hold you back, or they're not trying to cause difficulty for you. They are actually possibly trying to protect you. That is maybe not be a message for everybody, but that's the message that was trying to come through there. In the underline, you've got knot, unsuccessful plans, tie in the knot. Maybe somebody had plans to get married, right? This could be a marriage announcement, a wedding announcement, but something happened, possibly COVID, that made it not possible. You were not able to tie the knot, or there's a knot, there's a complication, there's some kind of complication knotting up your plans. Perhaps you're having difficulty untying a knot with the difficulty of friends and family in moving house. Perhaps somebody's undoing a relationship and they're having difficulty untying this knot. And they're showing me an anchor as well, so it's like trying to drop anchor or trying to lift an anchor, but there's like a knot in the rope. You can't lift or drop the anchor. Again, moving house, like if a boat wants to move, it has to raise and lower the anchor, right? That's kind of the imagery they're showing me there. Take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. Again, there's going to be a lot of people coming to this reading. Not a huge amount, not like hundreds and thousands, but you never know. Hundreds and thousands. They're pointing out hundreds and thousands. I don't know if you have this in other parts of the world, but in the UK, hundreds and thousands are like little tiny, like sugar, like little. It's also almost like confetti, but it's like sugar, and it's a cake topping. You put it on icing, or ice creams. Could be ice creams. Hundreds and thousands. So I don't know. Maybe somebody's been eating something with hundreds and thousands on it. I feel like I've got cobwebs around my fingers. I thought it was like hair, but I feel like it feels like cobwebs around my fingers. Again, you've got that broom there with the cobwebs. Perhaps you need to clean up an area of your house, like a cupboard or something that you've not been in for a while. There's cobwebs in it. It's still there, this feeling of like, when you put your hand through cobwebs. Perhaps it's Halloween soon. So maybe somebody's, I think, maybe getting the Halloween decorations out, possibly from like an attic space or like a cupboard under the stairs, like somewhere, like it's like a storage space. They're getting the Halloween decorations out. So yeah, they're showing me like the fake spider webs, like the cotton wool spider webs. I can feel it on my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Love is all around me. That's wet. So that's been coming through a few times. I'm just going to write that down. Love is all around me. Oh, they're showing something else. Yeah. somebody might really like, somebody might really get excited about things like Christmas and Halloween and like the holidays. They might really enjoy decorating. It might remind them of being a child. Yeah, I think somebody really, really enjoys it. They kind of like really want to go all out. Interesting message. Broom. New home, new attitude. Tell me more about the broom, please. New home, new attitude. New home and new attitude. Yeah, I can think of a couple of Virgos I know that really, really love Christmas. It's like they just turn into a big kid again. New home, new attitude. New home, new attitude. Ah, there we go. The Muse of Emotions. This is the King of Cups. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. So this is a very Virgo-y message, actually. This is like Virgos are very homey, rolling with the homies. They're showing me rolling with the homies from Clueless, so I don't know if that's relevant to anyone. They're very homely creatures, in normally Virgos, they do like to have family around them, so that's the discord among friends and family may be a problem for them. Maybe they're thinking about wanting, I'm getting kind of nostalgia with this King of Cups here today. Maybe wanting to have family around them, thinking about Christmases of the past, Halloweens of the past, having family around them. Yeah, real sense of nostalgia for tradition. This feeling of like getting together. But I'm noticing that this Muse of Emotions is drinking. Make sure you're not drinking too much. Look after your health. That was a message coming through at the beginning. Don't drink too much if you're celebrating things. It might not be so much that you're moving home. I think they just wanted to show me like the broom and to get this kind of Halloween and cobweb stuff to me. So some of you may be moving, literally. But others of you, it's almost like you're cleaning up your house. They're showing me cardboard boxes. Let's read this Muse of Emotion card. I'm not going to have enough space, I don't think, for this full reading again. I'm going to have to, I really need to, this is the cleaning up I need to do. They're telling me, housekeeping. This is the housekeeping I need to do. I need to get all these, I need to free up space on my phone. I've got lots and lots of pictures on my phone, a few videos. And yeah, I don't have enough room anymore to do like these long readings, which is actually good because I really should be trying to make my readings shorter. So everything that comes through in a reading is supposed to come through in a reading. So photos, looking at old photos may be relevant to you. Perhaps you've gone into the attic or the storage space to get things out. You found old photos. They're bringing back memories for you. Some of them are painful. You may be having, wanting to take the edge off with a drink. Starfish needing a hug, perhaps. Okay, excuse me. Muse of Emotions. Keywords: compassion, joy, the freedom to feel all the emotions as a way of self-discovery, transcendent states of bliss, meditation, inner calm and knowing, being totally in touch with your desires and with balanced and peaceful emotions, avoiding moodiness, Virgo. Yeah, Virgos can be a bit moody in my experience. Prompt: rinsing the shadow. Come, tiny vessel of love, to the place where the water drops off and pours everything into the sweet shell of life. This message of highest love resides where all the bits and pieces of your anger and sadness are brewed and alchemized into beautiful experiences for the soul. For they too are experiences to be cherished and learned from. Come meditatively, quietly, calmly, with everything you are. They're giving me, sorry to interrupt myself, I'm reading. They're giving me Bram Stoker's Dracula, come freely, what is it? I can't remember it clearly now. But he says come freely and leave some of the happiness you bring. That's what Dracula says to, what's his name? Is it John? I can't remember anything anymore. I don't have any memory anymore. Leave nothing behind, for you will need it all in this place of mindful understanding. Steer clear of manipulation and moodiness, and come into the night on the sweet waves of kindness, for those are the waves that will push you past the riptide. They will float you to, I'm going to pop the card down, they will float you to the sandbanks of connection. Now, it's interesting that I saw the sand dunes, the sandbanks, with that Bert and Ernie imagery. So, to the sandbanks of connection, and invite you to explore your inner worlds with the gentlest compassion. Your task is to simply be true to your heart. Your task is to simply be true to your heart and accepting of the nature that is, as the healing waters of pure love are headed your way. Pure love, lovely. Attend awareness of perception, reaction, emotion, attend awareness of perception, reaction, emotion, empathic and true. Sensitive wisdom who crosses this sea, the subtle magic of now lies with you. Right. There you go. So there's that little mantra there that you may want to repeat. Keep that with you. Maybe you're going back home for Christmas. I don't know why they're giving me Christmas so much. It's like Halloween and Christmas, like Thanksgiving as well, I guess, if you're American. I don't know any other holidays, like bonfire nights in the UK. What else do we have? Not sure. There may be a sense of like going back to like a family home from the past. And you know what happens when it's like Christmas or whatever, when we go and see a family and people have a few drinks, you know, people sort of speak their mind a bit more and get into disagreements, and that's okay, that's normal, that's part of a normal family, right? Bell, announcement. Tell me more about this announcement. Why is the bell here with this announcement? The priestess, right? We're going to do more reading because this is major arcana. The priestess. So the priestess, this is like intuitive knowing. Maybe you intuitively know that there's going to be some kind of announcement coming in for you. It's very nurturing, calm, peaceful. It was talking about this meditative energy here. This is very watery, emotional, tranquil. It's like almost like you're trying to go with the flow. You're trying to take things in a steady way. It's sort of like riding the waves, trying to keep calm, trying to be very peaceful, very right. I had calm and kind written on my hand, like trying to deal with these kind of situations, right, in a very calm and kind and nurturing, sort of almost like mothery way. That now you don't have to be female or male, or you know, whatever, however you identify. It's more this kind of nurturing, gentle, inclusive energy. And she's almost saying stop, right? She's always got a hand up there. She's saying stop. It's almost like saying, like, you're entitled to your opinions. I respect your opinions. I understand why you're coming to me in this way. However, I know my truth and I'm sticking with it. It's like, thank you for caring about me. Thank you for caring about me. Thank you for offering me this advice. However, I have chosen my path and I'm going to live with the consequences. This is the kind of, it's like, this is the attitude they want you to take. If people are coming towards you kind of criticizing you about your choices, it's like this kind of like, I respect that you are trying to help me. That's what's coming through. That I am going to read the card with it being a major arcana. I read this with it being a character card. Yes, we want the priestess, please. No, that's the emperor. They came through last week for you. Why can I not find the priestess? They should be with the Hierophant, and I can't see the card. Oh no, she's not with the Hierophant. I thought they were next to each other in the deck. It's interesting. Well, that's very interesting. The priestess is separated by the emperor and empress. Now, the emperor and empress, I'll just show you in the book. So here's the priestess. And between her and the Hierophant, you've got the Emperor and the Empress, and then the Hierophant. Now, the Emperor and Empress are like counterparts, and the priestess and the Hierophant are counterparts. It's like the female masculine counterparts. So it's like you and somebody else that you have some kind of spiritual connection with, or spiritual, possibly like a link with, like a I don't want to use the word soulmates because that's not really what I'm trying to say. It's like a shared destiny, perhaps, or so yeah, some kind of like spiritual awareness with somebody else. But because you've got this discord here, this friends and family trying to come between you, or that's how I'm seeing it, like trying to come between you. So the Emperor and the Empress can be parents. So it's like parents or some kind of authority. It can just be like authority, which are between you. But with that friends and family card there, the priestess as well. If this was the Hierophant with announcement, I would say that is like a marriage announcement. But it's the priestess. Right, okay, let's read it. I'll pick her back up. My throat's closing up. Yeah, somebody may have... Right, okay, somebody may be having trouble announcing something to their friends and family. Yeah, my throat's really closing up. So I guess the priestess is here because they wanted me to give you that message about doing it in a very loving way, in a very understanding way of their perspective on the matter. So keywords: intuitive powers and powerful nudges from spirit, psychic dreams, a time to listen to your instincts, introspection, visions and hearing the heavens, keeping secrets, hidden wisdom, allowing your projects to germinate in the numerous spaces of the liminal. Prompt: sacred share. She sits with one foot. She sits in 1 foot with this. She sits with 1 foot in this realm and another in the depths of the cosmic field of information. Hers is a throne made of ocean and sand, a conductor of ancient wisdom and of the divine mysteries that are passed down to those who seek her with an open heart. Now it's interesting that sand theme keeps coming through. She reaches up for the moon and holds its pulsating I can't read. It's like my throat chakra, which is to do with voice speaking, is totally acting up right now. It's like perhaps you know something that is hard to communicate. She reaches up for the moon and holds its pulsating energy in her palms, listening for revelations from the muse. She asks you to open up to its secrets, and as metaphor and message spill forth in strange tongues, I can hear a very loud plane, you must trust your intuition to translate. Your instincts are a powerful guidance system, and the priestess reminds you that working with the subtle energies of the spirit, cars as well, transport may be a thing. The priestess reminds you that working with the subtle energies of the spirit will bring you unshrouded truth, prophetic truth even. Pay attention to your dreams and to your mind's eye, as potent and meaningful messages are coming to you now. Keep your inner voice open to inner listening. And as the ocean, you can hear, our eyes not mired by your fear, and we connect past veiled veneer in truthful Delphic crystal clear. Right, okay. So here you go. That is the start of that one. And there we go. That is the rest of it there for you. So you can pause and reread that at your own speed, especially because I had quite a lot of trouble tripping over my words and things there. Yeah, so with the planes and the cars, perhaps some of you need to travel, especially if you have like friends and family at a distance. Maybe you're traveling at Christmas, traveling at some other kind of traveling for some kind of family get together. There's a lot of nostalgia I'm picking up on here, although there's no card that actually literally tells me nostalgia. That's kind of intuitively what I'm picking up on. A lot of emotions about whatever this is going on for you. Please tell me more about mice. Why is mice here? Strength. That's interesting, actually. That's really interesting. Justice at the bottom there. The moon I tend to see as it's not the moon. Why did I say the moon? Okay, it might be Pisces energy, because I just went to say that the priestess is like it's water energy. It's like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. but it's funny that I read it as the moon. I think because she's got a moon in her hand, which is Pisces. So we've got like Pisces mostly energy here, water sign energy. Justice is Libra, and strength is Leo. So they may be some of the signs that you're dealing with, but not necessarily so. Yeah, there's kind of like truth and justice as well. It's like divine truth and justice is kind of like what I'm hearing. Divine truth and justice, it's like the universe coming into, and you had like the universe in your last reading was like guiding you. They were kind of moving the cogs for you, they were aligning things for you. It's like the universe really was kind of playing a big role in that last reading for you. So yeah, I am seeing this as almost like a divine intervention possibly as well, because you have this priestess and justice card here. Now I'm going to have to read the strength card too. What time am I on? I really am going to run out of time. Because what I'm getting intuitively here, when I saw the mouse with the lion, there is a story of a lovely lady. That's not what was coming through, but maybe that's relevant to you. There's a story by Aesop's Fables, right? Aesop's Fables. I translated it actually as part of my Latin degree. It's not a Latin degree, it was a Latin module as part of my degree. Yeah, I translated this story from Latin. It's a story about a mouse that comes across a lion. I'm going to read the story to you, 1 second. No, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I've got my workbooks right behind me here. But I just, like, as I was looking for it, I realised it wasn't actually like coursework. It was an exam, so I don't actually have it handy, that translation. But it was it's the I think it's like the mouse that pulled the thorn out of the lion's paw, and then, or like, no, the lion was trapped in like the net of a hunter, I think, and the mouse came along and like chewed through the net and let the lion escape. And then I think like there was kind of like a switcheroo and the lion saved the mouse. So I'll look that up. The Mouse and the Lion by Aesop. Aesop, Mouse and Lion. And I'll pop that in the description box below for you, because that may be relevant for you. You may have to have a lot of strength in dealing with this, whatever this kind of disagreement is with friends or family. You may really have to kind of stand your ground. And it's like you may have to stand up to somebody who is kind of like a bit of an authoritative figure. Perhaps you know somebody who is a Leo. It's kind of like this kind of leadership energy, right? It's kind of, this is the male lion, the head of the pride. So you may actually be having to stand up to like a father figure, a grandfather, whoever this figure is in your life that's kind of like the head of your pride, the head of your family, the head of your tribe. Yeah, you may not be seeing eye to eye with somebody, and it's causing a bit of confrontation there. But it's like you now have to be. They're showing me like lion, like the behavior of lions. It's like there's always like the one guy, right, with the kind of harem of female lions, like the head of the pride, and then like the younger lions, the adolescent lions, they kind of get kicked out of the pride. They have to kind of go off and form their own pride, but then they can come back and they can kind of challenge the older lion, and sort of like battle the older lion to kind of get the upper hand, which means then they become the head of the family. So there may be some kind of, it's like the head of the family is contested, or the head of the group is contested. There's some kind of leadership, there's some kind of leadership contest, leadership battle. It's taking a lot of strength. So take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. It's like wanting justice in a situation because of something to do with leadership. Some of you may be getting a leadership role at work with that, what is it, new opportunity up there. Maybe a bit of a knot in the plan, like an entangled, some kind of problem. But this is really like this priestess card, it's really saying like going with kindness, with understand everybody's point of view, and you can take the lead. You don't have to battle the head lion. You can go in a very calm, measured way, where you're almost like the peacemaker in the situation, where you're kind of, you've had this message for a while. I remember, I think there was a video for you that was called like just keep sipping your tea or something, and it was like everybody at work was fighting and you were just like the grey man in the middle who was like almost not playing both sides but kind of being the peacemaker in the situation. It's interesting. My video cut out. I told you I'm having problems with like how much space I've got. Yeah, that is interesting that may have come back up for you there, that old message. I am going to read the Strength card because again it's Major Arcana, so there could be something in there for you. Let's see. Where are you, Mr. Leo? There it is. Strength card. Gentle influence. Gentle. See, the first word is gentle. Do it gently. Do it with love, right? No fighting. Gentle influence and strength. Courage. Fierce serenity. Again, serenity, right? Innocence, pure thoughts and actions. Honest tranquility, tranquil. Gentle leadership, flexibility and strength in the face of uncertainty. Purity and integrity. The gentle courage of angels. And oh, what a curious sight we must be, she mused. This tiny thing perched on his head, leading the way with her breath. Ah, but they don't know you like I do, he continued, and all the strength you carry. He could feel a wave of brave tranquility radiate from within her. All that flexible defiance, all that softness, and yet somehow all the beasts, both wonderful and terrible, seemed to take great pleasure in bowing before her. They yield to her quiet strength and fall reverent to her peaceful demeanour, for the power in her breath is calmness embodied. He looked up at her small toes, dangling down into the corners of his vision, and tilted his head back to lick them. She giggled and leant down and wrapped her small arms around his neck and gently squeezed. It's true, she whispered, and her love stopping him in his tracks. What a curious light we must be. Fierce serenity, a graceful nod to the beast, to the fear, to the night, a rooted calm. She claims her power towards the wind, towards the world, towards her light. Whoa, I can't tell you, like the way I felt reading that, I just got covered in goosebumps. Like I didn't want to stop because it was so beautiful. I didn't kind of want to interrupt myself, but do you see how that relates so well to that High Priestess card? It's like you don't have to fight, you don't have to roar, you can be this serene, gentle, knowing energy, and that actually commands more respect. Because if you can do something in a soft way, it's like the people who command respect in a very soft and gentle way. Think of like Captain Picard almost, or like trying to think who else. Who are they showing me? It's a female. Who is this? No, it's sort of female out of a sci-fi film. Like Princess Leia, I suppose, as well, right? She tends to command respect from a place of love. That's not who I was thinking of, but she popped into my head as well. Yeah, really lovely, really lovely. It's like you can't hurt her because she's so serene and motherly. No one would dare to mess with that almost like divine, it's like that respect for that. What am I trying to say? Like, why am I struggling to speak so much? So yeah, I was definitely picking up on that relationship there between like the lion and the mice, right? There's like two people there, one who has this authority and strength and power, and then one who is like the more serene, gentle, small creature. But there's this like link between them. What else was I picking up on? I was picking up on something else as well. 1 second. I don't know, I can't remember what it was now. I'm frustrated that that's gone from me. But I'm also getting from the line, they don't know you like I do. She don't love me like you. I think that came out yesterday. My daughter made me think of it. She gave me a song and I didn't know the song. Yeah, the Magic Numbers. So I'm just going to put a note there to put that in your description box as well. She don't love me like you. She don't know what you do. But yeah. I was just seeing this lion with a mouse on its head. Small toes dangling down. What a lovely story. I'm really glad I bought this deck. This is the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann, if anyone was interested in getting that. Okay. She don't care what you say. She don't care what you say, so just say it anyway. Okay, tell me more about... Okay, chatty guides. They're like, get a move on, you've only got 15 minutes left. Page of Swords and the Magician. The Page of Swords is, it can be a spy, it can be somebody gathering information. It's like watching, waiting, gathering information, knowing it's not time to move yet. So yeah, they're kind of like keeping an eye on someone or something. But they're actually looking away from this magician. So I'm not sure what that's about. Broom, King of Emotions, King of Cups. The Kings are kind of... See, it's coming through Muse of Emotions. Don't worry too much about the gender here. This character, they have a real depth of emotions. They have a lot of intuitive knowing. Because they're showing as the king, the muse in this deck, they are... they can hold back, they can hide their emotions, they can, you know, she's kind of hooded, right? So there is this sense of hiding your emotions, of playing it cool, they're saying yes, playing it cool, holding back the years. Gonna have to write that down. I've wasted all my years, that's what they were getting me to. I'm wasted all those tears. The chance to feel good, nothing ever would. Right, you'll have to look up that song. Maybe pause now and go and look up that song, because I feel like it's relevant right now to this. Like something about the home, nostalgia. If you watch the video as well, I'm sure he's like walking out of a village. So yeah, there's the Page of Swords. They can come in with some kind of news, some kind of truth. It's like it could be this announcement. They're coming in with this announcement, but there's this message, and I had it on my hand, and it wasn't even for me, was it? Calm and kind. So when this news comes in, when there's this announcement made, take it with dignity, be calm and kind and compassionate. Then this moves into the Magician energy. So this is like the Magician takes that knowledge, takes that idea, news, communication, this new knowledge, and then the Magician is making something happen. The Magician has the ability to take the dreams, the knowing, this kind of like dreamy reality of the priestess, and they can ground it into something that is actually practical and grounded and tangible, and in the 3D there's something you can action and hold, something that's... It's like someone who has dreams and there's someone who has action. It's like maybe these two, right? So yeah, the Magician, it's kind of like Gemini and Virgo energy for me. So yeah, they're taking the dreams and making them a reality. Yeah, actioning. And I'm seeing it's like they're taking that sword, right? It's like that's the tool they were missing. They had the pentacle, they had the cup, they had the wand, but they were missing that piece of information. Once they get the piece of information, it's like, right, okay, I can work my magic now. I'm seeing it as work my magic and can make something happen. And that's the horses out the gate. That's what they were waiting for. It's like that information is the key that unlocks the gate. You know, allows the tiger to move. It's like allows the action to be taken. Okay, can you tell me please about the announcement and the priestess? Strength in reverse. Is it in reverse? Please tell me. No, up the right. Yeah. Okay. There may be, if you're the one making the announcement, it's going to take a lot of strength. But see how this has come out twice for you now. I feel like these two cards together was the description of that card. So go and read that back. It's like this... There's some kind of relationship here where somebody is the one that takes action, somebody is the leader. This giving me... I'm sure this came out for another... one sort of, like for another sign this week. Tarquin and Tanaquil from the early history of Rome. I'm getting a lot of Latin stuff. They were a husband and wife, and Tanaquil was the queen, and she really had this kind of connection to the connection to this more spiritual side. She was able to read signs. She was able to read the flight of birds and signs and omens from the gods. She could read them and interpret them, and she was able to support her husband to become king, to get this leadership role. So I am seeing this kind of, it's almost like two people. Like, one is almost like the spiritual person who interprets the signs, who brings the messages, who tells the lion how to move, and then the lion is like the king who puts things into action. So I will link that in the description box below. I'm going to write it down here, Tanaquil. Because I wrote a blog on her. It's on my Patreon. Now, you don't have to give me money on Patreon. It was just I was looking for a new blog site. But yeah, I will link that down below. I don't really update my Patreon anymore, so if anyone is giving me money on Patreon, I had a couple of people just feel free to unpatron me because I don't update there anymore. I'm doing it online instead, on YouTube instead. So I'll link to that. You can go and check that out and read a bit more about Tanaquil and Tarquinius. He was the good Tarquin, wasn't he? Tarquinius Superbus. I'm talking to myself now about Latin. Okay, the Mouse and the Lion. Tell me about the Mouse and the Lion. The Moon. Oh, this card. It's the Moon card, and it's funny that I was picking up on this Moon energy here. So we've got Pisces again here. They've got the buds out. What an interesting card, right? So this is, the Moon can be secrets. It can be intuition, intuitive knowing. And again, we've got these, sorry, I'm bumping the camera. We've got these two people on this card. Two people, you might be bumping into someone, right? And then you end up having this like relationship with them. There's kind of like this unknown, but they're both looking at the Moon. It's like intuitive knowing between these two people. You can see they're wearing masks as well there. It's normally like two people howling at the Moon. And then there's this cave in the background here as well with the mountains. But they're looking this way, but what they don't realise is there's like this creepy black presence sort of creeping up on them, and they're really vulnerable, right? They're kind of like naked dancing in the moonlight, and there's this like shadow creeping up on them. There may be a warning there. Okay, what is it? There may be somebody that you think of as a friend, but they're not a friend. It may be somebody who is over emotional. Their shadow side is that they're over emotional. Oh my God, justice again. Look at that. Double Libra energy, double justice. It's like divine justice. You're being looked after. There's balance coming in. The universe is restoring balance. Underneath the justice card, you've got the lovers card. I think that came out yesterday. So if you are on the cusp of Leo into Virgo, maybe go and watch that reading. What's underneath here? The Knight of Wands. That's like passion, taking passionate action. Right, okay, 1 second. I just wanted to have a think about what I wanted to ask. Okay, tell me about, what is the sword? Why does the Page of Swords and the Magician have a sword? Tell me more about the sword, please. Thank you. The King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so what this is telling me is somebody is a King of Pentacles character. I'm seeing this as the lion, as the kind of fatherly figure that was coming through. The Emperor possibly that sits between these two people. It could be a boss, it could be a father. There's somebody who is in a position where, a position perhaps of authority or leadership, or like head of the household, leadership position in a workplace. They are the person who can make things happen. They can make things tangible. They are a solid, grounded person. They're a nurturing person as well. They have a lot of they have a lot of they have the ability, they have a lot of abundance, and they have the ability to kind of foster people who are kind of underneath them. So whether that be like raising a family, helping people climb the career ladder beneath them. I'm just noticing, I am associating it with this lion energy because they have this, or this is like the lion's father. I'm just noticing because the two animals have a very similar expression. They have the face turned in the same way. So these are definitely the same energy. I don't know if this is like somebody with that person or the same energy. So whoever this character is, whether that's you, somebody you're connected with, or like an authority figure, there's this feeling of emotional indecision, emotional clouded judgment, not knowing which one to pick, not knowing which relationship to choose. It's like, what's under the cups, right? I can pick one of these cups, but I can't see what's hiding under them. I know there's like a snake crawling out of that one. This one is like running rivers. This one could help me climb my career ladder. This one looks like it's got a bat underneath it. It's like, well, how do I choose? How do I choose if I don't know what's underneath them? I need to know what's in the cup. So I feel like this sword is coming in to clean out the confusion here. When this sword comes in, which is like truth, news, a realization, action, something being cut out, it's going to help to clear out the confusion here about making this choice. Any worries or clouded judgment here. There's going to be clarity coming in, and that's going to allow somebody to take action. So tell me more, please, about, okay. Oh, 10 of Pentacles, yeah. All these pentacles, again, it could be like work, a home. You literally have the home card here, wealth, abundance. So this card, Pentacles, is like, is all those things. It's all the material things, feeling secure, having stable foundations, having a good career, having a stable home life, like look at like this happy community. But there's no, you can have the 10 of Pentacles but not have any cups. So you could have like all the tangible things in life but not have the love. So I don't know, but it is security. So I feel like there's something here, an announcement, spiritual knowing, compassion, strength in regards to something tangible, and feeling like you've got this wealth, like this wealth and abundance. Okay, again, it could be like some kind of opportunity coming in for you, some kind of change of house, change of workplace, change of career. There may be people who don't understand what you're doing. Right, and I want to know about this energy here, please. I want to know about this shadow in the water. What is the shadow in the water, please? It's hiding. Look, it's hiding. There's something, it's a secret that you don't know about or something. And it's that somebody's moving on. Look at the black crows. It's like, what I'm getting is like, it's like this black crow is the same energy. And it's like, it's just going to snatch one of these people and take them off and carry them off somewhere. The Six of Swords is a card about moving on to calmer waters. Like there's been this turbulent confrontation, conflict, a difficult place. And it's like, but it's like these crows here, like this, it's like this shadow spirit, like this hidden shadow spirit coming in to guide you, to literally drag you out of a situation where you shouldn't be, and drag you into calmer waters. The Eight of Cups, yeah, because there's something missing emotionally. Right, I literally have like 2 minutes left, so I'm going to just pause a second. Here we go. Advice cards, please, for Virgo. Advice card. I just want to make sure that I pull it on. There we go. as bitch fire and potion. Remember to practice self-love. Right. Bitch fire. There's no better way to say it. Someone in your life is trying to burn you at the stake. Oh my God. Maybe you didn't give them something they wanted, or you didn't let them get away with their bad behavior. Either way, they're trying to ruin your reputation. Rest assured, your reputation will stay intact. Silence can be effective, but this is not that kind of situation. Get loud and let them have a taste of your bitch fire. Right. I don't see that. I don't think that's good advice. I don't think that's good advice. I don't think that what this is telling you. Right, no, somebody around you is in bitch fire energy. One minute. Okay, I was asking, how does Virgo deal with the bitch fire, right? Okay, so in this split, it kind of split like this. You've got evil queen. You're dealing with this evil queen energy. She's a bitch. There's somebody around you who is a bitch, and she's like igniting that flame within you, and you want to retaliate, right? You want to do this, but don't do that. That is not the message that's coming through. But I'm seeing protest start a revolution. So it's like, if you're going to do that bitch fire, like these cards were hiding, confidence. Confidence comes with time and practice. It's time for healing, not war. It's time for healing, not war. You're getting conflicting messages. I think somebody around you is this bitch fire. I think people around you are this energy of people trying to stir up trouble, trying to cause a protest. But I don't think that's what you should be doing. You're showing as this calm, tranquil energy, right? This is you. This is you. This is what you should be doing. I think this is what other people are doing around you. You're dealing with this bitchy, stirring up trouble energy. They're trying to damage your reputation. They're trying to ruin your reputation. So the message is, remember to practice self-love. It comes with time and practice. It's time for healing, not war. Read that Tanaquil. I'm going to link to it in the description box below, because I'm running out of time. Read the Tanaquil story of how she dealt with, how she avoided the protest. Okay. Take care, Virgo. Keep calm. Calm and kind. I had it written on my hand before the reading. Calm and kind. You've got this. Spirit's got your back. I've squeezed out just enough space to read this protest card to you. You've been looking around and noticing that the world is often unjust, but you're not sure what to do about it. Like Katniss, you need to be the first spark of your own revolution, right? The spark. I'm getting different messages for different people. Educate yourself. Stand up for yourself. Don't forget to stand up for others, whether or not you have shared experiences. If you can speak up and do so safely, then do it. So what I'm getting, it's kind of like a mix of everything. Bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Evil queen. So you're dealing with this like evil queen energy, this bitch fire energy that's they're kind of stirring up trouble. That's a message for some of you. For others, it's like you need to have the confidence to stand up for yourself. But the message that's coming through is like, doing it like this is bad karma. Oh, I missed that. I missed these. What are these? I missed these. Make the change. Be honest with yourself. Let them go. And there's that tree's on fire. Right. Maybe this is all making sense to you. Don't generate bad karma for yourself. If you go in and you're the one trying to attack other people, then that's bad karma. You're generating bad karma. The main message that I'm getting from your actual reading is that you need to kind of be very, very, very serene. Like you need the strength. You need the strength of serenity. You can do this. You can start the protest. You can start the revolution. You can stand up for yourself. It's going to take strength, but you need to do it in a way that's loving, that nurtures other people around you, that is inclusive, that's forgiving. Okay, you have to be able to forgive the people that you're standing up against, to understand their perspective. It's time for healing, not war. So you're coming in. What they want you to do is they want you to come in to do this revolution, this protest, with a lot of strength behind you. But they don't want you to go in like blooming, what's the name? The woman out of Game of Thrones, where she goes in and, like, spoilers, she like burns everything down, right? She causes this destruction. That's bad karma. It's not the way to behave. You know, she lost the plot there, right? So this is the thing with protests, with revolutions. They can get out of hand. People can lose their heads and cause a lot of destruction and chaos, and you don't want to do that. You want to take the lead, like she did at the beginning of the show, where she was going in with this kind of like very motherly energy, where she was looking after people. Yeah, you need that self-control of, like, if you're going to do this, do it with good karma, do it with love, do it with support, do it for the good reasons, not the wrong reasons. Don't just start a fire because you're a bitch. That's what it's saying to me. Be kind, be calm, be supportive of others. It's time for healing, not war. All right, guys, take care. See you again soon.